This is episode 14, New Year, New Me, New You.
So, are you ready to unlock your healing power, to turn your wounds into wisdom, to replace the fear of the unknown with courage to face it head on? If so, welcome to the Empowered Transformational Healing Podcast, a beacon of hope in your healing journey. I am your host, Krystal Jae, and now I would love for you to imagine this space as a sanctuary where we unravel the tightly knotted threads of our past traumas, where we transform our secret silent cries of pain into powerful roars of strength, a place where we finally break free from the invisible chains that are holding us hostage. It's time to stop questioning who you are and start discovering your authentic self. This is not just about survival. It's about thriving. It's about embracing the journey of transformational healing that leads you to live a life filled with joy, passion, and purpose. Each week, we will dive into powerful conversations, share inspirational stories, and sometimes heartbreaking stories because guess what? It's all real and it's all true. And we'll provide practical tools that will empower you to navigate through life's challenges. So no matter where you are in your healing journey, this podcast here is designed to help you tap into your inner strength and embrace your uniqueness and awaken with your full potential. So now, let's begin.
Hey, this is Krystal Jae, and welcome to the Empowered Transformational Healing Podcast with me, Krystal Jae. This is episode 14, New Year, New Me, New You. Now, the new year fall has dropped, and we are now in 2024. What do you have planned for 2024? Or are you still reflecting on 2023? Already in 2024 and you already have what you want to accomplish in that? Are you a person who do New Year's resolutions? A lot of the common New Year's resolution is, oh, it's going to be a healthier year for me, or it's going to be an all year season about myself, or this is my year to lose weight, or this is my year to get that raise that I wanted, or whatever it may be. Where are you in 2024? Have you started your vision board or your prayer board? Those are also some things that are common, especially around this time. I usually do my vision board around my birthday. I usually do my birthday year as, okay, this is what I want to accomplish this year. This year, I will most likely do one still for my birthday, but I am getting a few people together and having a vision board party and a prayer board gathering for 2024. And so if you're interested in joining us on any of those, reach out to me and say, hey, Krystal, when is this happening? We don't have to always be in the same room to enjoy doing something together, right? Now, I want to go into the vision boards and the prayer boards today. Is that okay with you? Vision board. All right, so of course, there's a lot of different ways to decorate your vision board. A lot of people go to places like Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's or all the crafting places, okay? There's just too many of them. But they have the crafting places, right? Sometimes you can even go to Walmart or HEB to get some of the supplies that you need for a vision board. or even a prayer board. And a lot of times we either have poster boards that we decorate that have our goals that we want to accomplish, not only for the year that we are in, but also what our ultimate goals are. And vision boards are very popular. There are a lot of different celebrities who mention that they do vision boards or they have done vision boards, like Oprah, like Steve Harvey. There's several of them. I can't remember all of their names, okay? But I did watch a video earlier this week where Oprah did say she started with vision boards, but she don't necessarily do vision boards now because she now knows the power of manifestation, so she's able to do that without having the vision board, I guess, as a guide. And that's another thing. I want to remind everybody that your vision board, you can use that as your guide, because the whole thing on vision boards is what they're saying is that with a vision board, it lets you visualize your success. So a lot of times we have on there the house that we want to buy, so the dream house. We have on there the dream car. We have on there the dream career, how many kids we want, and all that other kind of stuff, right? Like the things we want to accomplish, we put on our vision boards. A lot of times we add the words of positivity to that vision board. But I got a question for you. Do you stop there? Do you stop at putting the things that you want to succeed at on your vision board? Do you stop at putting those positive words? Do you actually hang up or place your vision board somewhere to where you can actually go back and see it every day? Because see, that's what vision boards are kind of meant to do, is where you have it up there, the things you want to succeed in. You have it in a place where you constantly see it. So that way you're rarely looking at your vision board and visualizing what you want, what you hope, what you want to achieve, what you want to accomplish. Yes, I'm saying the same thing, but in different words because I really wanted to get through. And those are things are to also create a positive and powerful vision in our mind, right? So if we see it, we envision it, we believe, we achieve. So, do you really put your vision board up and do you really look at it on a regular basis? I want to know. Y'all let me know if y'all do that. Another thing is, let's bring prayer boards into this. So then we have prayer boards. And one thing that I've seen this year is like prayer board is like everywhere. I'm doing a prayer board. I'm doing a prayer board. Like you're seeing it everywhere, where it usually be just a lot of vision boards and not that many prayer boards. And so, for someone who is a Christian, I'm very excited to see that so many people are out here doing prayer boards. And so, prayer boards are similar to a vision board. Prayer boards, people are putting their prayers down, and sometimes they put down what they're praying for, who they're praying for. And then, like, when that prayer gets answered, they have an area on their board where they can put answered prayers. Some people put on physical healing. Some people put on there, having safe travels or just literally everything that they would pray about, they have listed on their prayer board. And to get a little bit of encouragement and to help us to remember all the things that we're praying for. Where I got the idea of a prayer board from was the movie War Room. And, she used to always go into her prayer closet. A lot of us don't have space to dedicate just a closet for prayer. And I loved when she went in her prayer closet. Oh, she was a powerful prayer. On her wall, she would also have different little notes and prayers on her wall for when she went into her prayer closet. So on instead of having a prayer closet, we're going to have a prayer board that can have all these different things that we want to touch on, that we want to pray about, that we want to pray over. When it comes to the vision, let's talk about the decorating or the creating of the vision and prayer boards. Like I said, a lot of people go through and use poster boards, but I have seen so many designs where it's actually like picture frames or the cork boards, and they actually just thumbtack different things so then throughout the year they can change it out. I've seen where they've gotten like those huge frames and they do those in section. Like they have a prayer section for family, for friends, for career, for your goals in life. for the world itself. And people have those different sections, right? And then I also seen the same thing with vision boards, where people have their 6 month, their yearly, their 2 year, their 3 year, their 5 year, their 10 year goals on the board in different sections. And so, how do you decorate your vision board? Do you stick to just images or do you add words? I personally, I like to have the combo of words and pictures. My one thing that I really wanted to talk to today, and that I mentioned in the beginning of this episode, and that is once you complete your vision board, what do you do with it? I already asked, do you hang it up? Where you can walk by it every day and you see it and you visualize those things. But what I also want to know is, are you using law of attraction along with that vision board? Are you going deeper into manifestation with your vision board? Because your vision board can actually be the starting point of your manifestations, right? And so, because when we use our energy and positive thoughts to manifest our goals or our positive experiences that we want that we don't put on our vision board, they it makes it even more powerful. For example, one year I had on my vision board, I had a house. I wanted to buy a house. For some reason, I had it in my head that before 40, I wanted to be a homeowner. No, that's not for everybody. Some people have that goals in their 20s. Some people have that goal in their 30s. So don't even have it as a goal, but that was mine. And so I didn't only just put the picture of the house or a house on my vision board, but I also had to step back and be like, okay, what are the steps that I have to take to make this happen on my vision board? Like, yes, this house is my ultimate goal, but I need those steps. What are those steps? And y'all, I am a journaler. Like, I will journal and I like to make lists and bullet points on those lists. Like for the house, for example, okay, here's the house on my that's on my vision board. And so now what are the steps to get there? I have the credit. So, your credit has to be at a certain thing. Sometimes you got to have a certain amount of down payment. If you're going to be a homeowner, you got to have the homeowner's insurance. You also need to know what range do you want your payments, the estimate of the cost of the house that you're going to buy. It's all the things that you need. And then even then you go even deeper because you want to manifest or visualize yourself actually going, checking your credit score. And then if you need to raise the sum, then you visualize yourself taking the steps to raise your credit score. So that may be reaching out to someone who is a specialist in credit repair. Visualize that conversation that you're having with that person and how that conversation is going. They tell you what steps you need to take. So then you have this list now of steps. Visualize that list and you accomplishing and doing everything on that list. So then visualize yourself going back and rechecking your credit score and finding out that it's where you need it to be, where you want it to be, and imagine yourself celebrating that. And then when it comes to looking for locations, imagine yourself driving around and looking at the houses and looking at the locations. What I'm trying to get to is the vision board itself is awesome because you can sit there and you can put out, okay, this is what I want in my life. These are my goals. These are my dreams. These are what I am heading towards. But I'm just saying, go a little deeper in that manifestation. Manifest those steps that you have to take to get to that house that you want or to get to that career that you want. When you're making your vision board, If you have trouble being like, okay, I want this, and you like, oh, I got a lot of superficial things. One thing that I definitely recommend, I do it with myself. When I do a family vision board with my family, we'll all do it together. But what I do is I always do a self reflection. Like I have several questions that are self reflection. Self reflection sheet that I mentioned, what, like 2 episodes ago, that is available on the website www.krystaljae.com. That's a self reflection worksheet is perfect for doing before you actually do your vision board. Because in that self reflection, you will realize the things that you really want in your life, what you want to improve on, what you may want to put out your life, what you may want to add to your life. And so you can add those things on your vision board. Because I already know, for one, on my vision board, one of mine is going to be me growing deeper in Christ. It's going to also be me going on a mission trip, whether that's a U.S. mission based trip or a international U.S. based trip. So I know it's going to also be like me. I want to change it. I told my husband, I was like, this year I want to change up my wardrobe. So that will be something that's on my list. You know, we want to one day buy land and actually live on lots of land, and that's one of my ultimate goals is land. I love country. Okay, that would be on there, but to get there, I got to get steps. There's steps I have to take to get there. If I just focus on this is what I want, this is what I want, but I'm not taking the steps to get there, I'm not going to make it nowhere. But I need to visualize those steps. I need to manifest those steps. I need to use law of attraction to get to those steps, to get to that land, or to get to being deeper in Christ, or whatever it may be. And so that self reflection sheet helps dig deeper into ourselves so we can be like, okay, yeah, I really want this. And boom, put it up there. Okay, now that it's on your vision board, how do we get there? What are those steps to get there? And then that's when I pull out, I sit there and I go through, okay, I need to go start here, and then I need to do this, and do this, and do this. And then also visualize going through those steps. You know, you may not be making those steps at once, but you're still when you're going through and you're visualizing it. Visualize the whole steps from step one all the way up to receiving that dream house, or receiving that career that you want, or the income that you want, or the growth that you want, or the independence that you want. When you sit down, you think about all the steps and visualize that to where you are basically your body. Because when you really seriously visualize things, and you go through and you're visualizing it like it's happening, then guess what? Our mind doesn't know that it's not necessarily happening. And so it gets stored in our subconscious mind, without us realizing it, because it's our subconscious mind. it it looks for ways to get those things accomplished. But you're also visualizing and taking the steps and manifesting it to realization. So I encourage you to, one, do some self reflection. Two, do your vision board, do your prayer board. I usually do a personal vision board. We're going to do a family vision board. I'm going to have a vision board just for my business, my life coaching. There is going to be a prayer board. And even though they all go together, they're being separated so I can take that time to give each one that time that it needs. And then three, what I want you to also do is take time to do the steps. Once you have the vision board and you have the things that you have on your vision board, I want you to start visualizing every single step to get to what is on that vision board. And if you need help with that process, guess what? I do that with my clients. We break it down to get to where they want to be. We work together to come up with the steps. And then sometimes the steps have steps. And that's totally okay. So this is 2024. And it's a new year. And a lot of people say, it's a new me, new year, new me. Have y'all heard that? So remember to take your time, do some self reflection, do your vision and prayer boards, visualize the steps that it takes to get to those things that's on your vision board. And yes, it is 2024. And yes, you can say the whole new year, new me, new you, and all of that is fine. If you would love some help on your journey to self reflection, to discover yourself, to implement the things that you want in your life, to figure out the steps to get to the things that are on your vision board, then contact me. I'm available. Because as we do those, we're going to work on your healing journey at the same time to where you get that ultimate healing in that process to be on your healing journey, your empowered transformational healing journey. So I look forward to hearing from y'all. And as always, remember to like, to share, to comment, to follow. And believe in all that you are. And know that you have this power, this inner power to overcome any obstacle. This has been episode 14. New year, new me, new you. On the Empowered Transformational Healing Podcast with me, Krystal Jae.
Thank you for joining me today on the Empowered Transformational Healing Podcast with me, Krystal Jae. And we never know what others are going through silently. So take time to share, follow, and subscribe. And as always, believe in all that you are and know that there is this power within you that is greater than any obstacle.